immediately you're probably the cameras on your own house, like your Ring camera on your front door. It knows that you've just left. It knows it's you, and it knows that you're leaving because it knows the direction of travel. I can't. The Ring cameras not specifically, but some devices can identify that your phone has either passed nearby and or connected or disconnected from the Wi-Fi that it shares,
Right.
with at your house.
Well, Ring
So
Ring has home and away settings now, so it does know.
So there you go.
Yep.
Yep. And those settings do exactly that. And they're very convenient, but at the same time, you have to imagine that used in different ways can identify patterns of your activities.
Of course.
And I think the interesting thing when it comes to risk assessment is looking at your what's called a threat model. And so that's who is your attacker or aggressor, or however you want to refer to them. Who's the person that's trying to find you and or manipulate you or whatever it might be. So is that the cops? Is it an ex? Is it your family? Is it just the kids that run the service at Google that have access to the database that contains all your activities? Those type of things. So I think for today's conversation, we'll just, because it's the most fun, we'll go with the most extreme. And we'll say
Okay.
the FBI is trying to identify your
Right.
activities, and they want to know about your grocery store visit for some reason.
And if that's the case, I mean, you're pretty much screwed unless you have, unless you have resources and are very, very well trained, I assume, right? I mean, if someone like the FBI wants to find you, good luck. You're going to get found.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unless you're willing to change your entire existence.
In every single way, including your physical appearance and your fingerprints and your retinas. And I don't know if you can change your retinas, but because you're passing through, when you walk through airports, like your eyes are being scanned from afar.
Yep.
Stuff like that. You'd have to take it pretty far.
Yep.
But in that scenario, the grocery store, so you leave your house, your Ring camera knows that you've left. So let's say that you're doing this today. So today's August 18th, 2021 is the date that we're recording this. And let's say 6 months from now, you're the suspect in a murder case. And whether you did it or not, let's just pretend that you didn't, but you're caught up in something.
Right.
And so now the FBI is going to go back and say, okay, what data could we gather about August 18th? Was Nick actually at home at that time, or did he go to the grocery store or whatever? So the scenario is that we're going to the grocery store and we don't want it to be recorded because we don't want it to come back to us for some reason. So Ring knows you've left. There's problem number one. So you could consider that. So you get in your car, you start your car. Most modern cars are immediately communicating with OnStar, Tesla, depending on the car you have. And so there's metadata there that's being input into a database remotely of the car just started. It's been, and then the recording device in the car is recording, okay, you put it into gear, you drove at this speed for this period of time. Right. Teslas, for example, have Google Maps on their navigation screens. And so potentially Google is now also following you as you drive.